Today we're breaking down one of my most anticipated shoes of the year. It's the Sabrina ones. Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Zach here with Tamsters Kicks, and today we have the Sabrina ones. Oh my gosh, guys. I have been waiting for these so long. I'm so glad we finally got them, and we're going to break them down today. If you guys don't know who Sabrina is, she balls out in the WNBA. Probably one of the best players, best athletes, best shooters. She's up there with like Steph Curry as some of the best like pure basketball shooters out there. So we're gonna break these down today. It's her first Nike signature shoe. I'm beyond excited to have these bad boys in today. We had like a little custom, like Nike dropped like a custom thing where you could make your own color, and then you like weren't able to order, and it was really weird, but we finally got two colorways. This one, another colorway. I love these ones, so we're gonna break them down today, guys. If you haven't seen a video from me, we're gonna go through the traction, cushion, support. I hooped in them. I'm gonna throw a little footage in there. You guys will see what I kind of played with them and how I felt playing with them, and that's it. We're gonna break it down today. Let's go. All right, Sabrina ones. This is the colorway I chose. I like the more vibrant, kind of like fun colorways. There is a pretty like chill colorway, and it has like a translucent outsole, which I really love, but I went with these ones instead. Retailed at $130. Not bad, especially for they kind of did a little more simplistic, minimalistic thing, but the techs in here are nice and they play really good. So we're gonna break them down. Traction pattern felt really good playing on the hardwood floor with that mid stripe going down the shoe. So traction pattern is giving like some older kind of like Kyrie vibes. I like the rubber out here, and like I said, there's this mid stripe that goes down the middle of that traction pattern. It's pretty nice. You can kind of feel it. I would say like as you go on your toes as well as like planting from the heel. One thing I really love about it is on here, I usually break down a lot in the toe part, and that stripe kind of adds a little more rubber, a little more protection there. So I do like that aspect of it. And another thing I want to point out, if you guys can kind of see it, see if I can get a good angle, is you can kind of tell that the shoe kind of curves. It has like a natural curve to it, and our feet definitely don't like naturally curve like in medial, lateral, whatever. And I think it helps a lot with the coverage of the multi-directional like outsole here. You definitely feel it in all different directions. And I'll talk a little bit more later about how that kind of swooping of the outsole, that curvature plays into like how it feels on foot, but traction pattern feels good. The cushion is composed of 4-foot Zoom Air and React foam. So that Zoom Air is top loaded. That just means you're going right onto that Zoom Air. You also have React foam here, which is pretty soft from here. Definitely first time it was not that soft. They're pretty stiff off the first play, but definitely that Air Zoom and that React foam gotta like break in a little bit. So I'm hoping with a couple more plays they'll feel even better. But I mean, off the bat, they're definitely giving some low Kobe's, and getting into the materials, I'll talk about low Kobe comparison too. But off the bat, like the cushion feels nice. It's not like too much in many areas. It keeps pretty good like court feel, so I really like that. Materials, my favorite thing about them is how they're just giving some Kobe vibes. So the materials are textile, they're pretty breathable. I'm not the biggest fan of textile, but there are some cool little nods here that promote like, I would say like just keeping your feet like forward, keeping you in play. And then the one thing I was wanting to talk about with the Kobe comparison, I can pull out my 5s right here. Right here you have, maybe we can get a little outsole. Outsole comparison, Kobe 5s and the Sabrina ones. The Kobe 5 outsole is a little bit bigger, but like you can definitely tell they're both giving that kind of more lateral curvature. It definitely helps when you're planning sideways and stuff like that. And then you also have this guard out here. Big detail, because you can definitely see that they kept that here. You have this medial plate right here as well. It's more like React foam on this one, as in the Kobe's it's an actual like hard medial plate. But they're pretty similar, like they're giving good vibes off, and so like breaking these and keep playing in them, I'm really excited. For the fit, guys, these are definitely a true to size fit. It's a little more snug true to size fit, I would say. I think it's because they go a little more narrow. And one thing I wanted to talk about with that cushion is cushion materials fit. All I have to do with this part right here is wider feet. You can tell like when I squeeze it down, is that there is excess space right here, and that comes from that curvature, that comes from how your foot is straight and it's not curving like this. So you can feel your foot a little bit sit outside on here, which is kind of weird. I think it's just gonna take some getting used to, because the Kobe 5s are a little bit similar in that aspect. Fit though, true to size, and make sure you guys know your women's size if you're ordering these, because it's a women's shoe with extended sizing for men, so just make sure you guys are checking that out. Finally, another thing with the support is this midfoot band, I would say, contributes a lot to how you actually feel in the shoe. I feel like it keeps you very centered on the shoe, and not just, you can tell that like that stripe goes all the way down through the outsole and then up to the collar and the heel, and it's pretty protective. Another thing with the support is this Nike sign right here, despite from being a pretty sick design, is a hard like plastic. So it's gonna add just a little bit more of the shoe, like enforcing your ankle to stay down, enabling it to like move side to side and like do what your ankle's supposed to do. So I really like that. And the support with the tongue as well, it's meshy and airy, so I like how it felt on my foot and it wasn't too restrictive either. Traction, giving them an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's just a nice standard traction system here. I think it plays well, minimal court dust pickup. You have a little bit of curvature on the inside to help you proning there. I wish there was a little more here, but her playing style is not as much like shifty guard to guard movement, but she's a shooter and a dead eye too, so like I get what they're going with there, but traction pattern is pretty solid. Cushion and materials, I'm also both giving an 8.5. This might change a little bit higher depending on how the break-in is with the cushion, but I do really like how it feels on foot. Court feel is just very nice with them, and it's like a very solid Nike basketball shoe. They didn't overdo it in any parts. The materials are nice and breathable, not restrictive. The tongue is nice and meshy as well, so I like that aspect. Fit is an 8 out of 10. I wanted to go higher. That's pretty solid, honestly, for fit from what I usually do, but they were a little bit narrow, and this part I'm gonna have to get used to with my wide foot right here when it kind of just feels like it's a little bit out of the shoe, but other than that, it's solid. Support is an 8.5 out of 10 for a low top shoe that's basically as good as you can get. I feel like you're very strapped in, locked down, and your ankle's mobile enough to do what it's supposed to do. Cutting is great. Shooting is like off the dribble is great. Step backs, moving laterally, side to side, stuff like that is just phenomenal. So they really did it with these bad boys. I think these could be a contender for one of my favorite shoes of the year. I'm gonna definitely have to break them in more, but like off the bat, man, Sabrina ones did it. Let me know what you guys think about these down in the comments. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button for your boy. We'll see you guys on the next one.